Hi everyone and welcome back at DK Test Drives. Today I am again driving in a relaxed environment. Why? Because I am driving with the Mini Cooper SE. So the E again for electric. So we are driving with the electric version of the Mini Cooper, and I have to say you will be surprised about this car. So we are standing in front of the Mini Cooper SE, and the first thing that we see is this yellow striping over here, and then the plug badge, which is typical for this electric version of the Mini Cooper. And of course this is the same thing as a Cooper S, which stays. Normally we have other wheels, but this one is equipped with the winter tires. And then something typical also is this yellow badge over here and the yellow mirror caps, which are also typical for the electric version of the Mini Cooper. At the rear of the car we have the typical Cooper S badge, and also the S is in yellow, and then again the plug logo, which is here. We also have the Union Jack rear headlights, and then of course over here again the plug, and then the place to plug the car. And if we take a look at the inside of the car, we have the nice 3-spoke steering wheel with the buttons over here for the radio and the cruise control. And then something in particular for this electric version of the Mini is this nice display over here, which is the same as in the Mini GP. So they took the same screen for this electric version, where I have over here the battery when I'm driving, how much power I am using or charging when braking. And then at the right side I have the capacity of my battery still going, so if I'm starting the vehicle I now have still 60% of my battery. And then of course we still have in the middle of the car the display, which is known as all other Minis with the GPS, for example. And then the start button is yellow also, so it's a little accent to the electric version. And then the same thing here, the yellow striping. You can also see it over here, yellow, and on the carpets with the yellow plug. I am now driving in the city center, and we have the same feeling as in the Fiat. It's relaxed, it's quiet. Although it's a hard car, it's even harder than the Fiat 500 due to the Mini suspension. It drives like a Cooper S. So in the city center it's a bit hard. The steering wheel is hard, the suspension is hard, and with the sport seats the comfort is even less. If I would compare this Mini Cooper SE with the Fiat 500e, there are many different things if you compare both cars. I don't really like to compare them because we're talking about another car, another budget, so it's not really a good thing to compare. But if we would do it, the Fiat has a much better battery range. With this Mini at full 100% capacity, I can only drive around 150 and 170 kilometers. With the Fiat, you can do 250 to 300 kilometers, which is a lot more. If we look at the power of the car, the Mini has a lot more power than the Fiat, and it's a lot more fun to drive with because, as I said before, you have the feeling that you're driving in a Cooper S. So you have that sporty feeling. The Newton meters are there when you put your foot on the throttle. The driver's position is also better, in my opinion, in this car because you're lower in the car and you're better in front of the steering wheel. Your position is much better, which is always the case in a Mini. And as I said, the power is here much more than on the Fiat, because when I push, the car is searching to put all the power on the wheels without spinning. I really would like to thank Mini Ganstor for letting me drive with the Mini Cooper SE. It's a real pleasure. So thanks, guys. As we're driving again in an electric car, what you do want to know is the range of the car, because of course that's the important thing. You want to know how far can I go with a full battery. And I have to say that this is a bit disappointing about this car. With a fully range of 100% battery, I can only do around 150 and 170 to 80 kilometers, which is not very much for an electric car nowadays. So the question is, if you buy a Mini electric, do you want to use it only in the city centers? Then you have more than enough with this range. But if you want to take it to your work and you have to do 60, 70, 80 kilometers a day, I guess the battery is not enough to drive it as a daily car in that case.